Hey, this is Matt Reynolds from Strong Gym and also Starting Strength Coach, and we just wanted to invite you out to the Fall Classic that we're going to have on October 24th. One of the nice things about the Fall Classic is it's a little bit different from a powerlifting meet, so I wanted to talk for a second about that. What we're going to be doing is what some people call a CrossFit total. It was invented by Mark Rippetoe. Rather than where a powerlifting meet is a squat, bench press, and a deadlift, this will be a squat and what maybe some people call a military press and what we call the press, just an overhead press, and a deadlift. And so the nice thing about it is that 8 other gyms all across the country are also doing this meet on the same weekend. And so you don't just compete against the people here at Strong Gym, but you'll compete against people from all over the nation. And so you'll get to see how you stack up. And so it'll be a super fun meet, very laid back. If you've never competed before, this is definitely much more laid back than your standard powerlifting meet. It's still going to be extremely professionally run, but this is a great starter meet. It's a great time. It's not like a lot of high stress. You're going to be able to ask questions of the judges and myself and the guys that are helping run the meet. And again, we run on average 5 meets a year, and we've done that now for a handful of years. So we've run 20 or 25 meets just since the location that we're at currently has been open. And so we've kind of got this stuff down pat. We've got great equipment, great spotters, etc. And so we'll use a great squat rack. We'll use a B&R bar for the entire lift. That's a Bergener and Rippetoe bar from Rogue for all 3 lifts. And again, it'll just be a really super fun day. So I want to talk to you a little bit about times, and then we'll talk about rules, and then we'll wrap this up. So first off, again, it's October 24th. The price is only $40, and so that's a really cheap meet. So again, a typical powerlifting meet is going to run you anywhere from $90 to $150. This is significantly less, and so again, it's a kind of a small barrier to entry there. And then if you check out the times up here, weigh-ins are going to be from 7 to 8 a.m. So you definitely want to be here between 7 and 8 a.m. There is no 24-hour weigh-in with this. We want to make sure that people, if they're in the 275-pound weight class, that they actually weigh 275 pounds and don't cut down to that and then gain 20 pounds back and step on stage or step on the platform at 295. And then rules meeting will be at 8:15. That won't take long at all. And we'll actually go through a few of those here on video. And then the meet will actually begin at 9 a.m. And I expect the meet to be over by noon or shortly after noon, and certainly by 1 o'clock p.m. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the rules. So you do have to wear a wrestling singlet, just like you do in a powerlifting meet. And the reason for wrestling singlet is it's easier for us to see. And so if you've got a big baggy pair of shorts on or baggy sweatpants and you squat, sometimes it's hard to see that you have broken parallel. And so on a squat, you do have to break parallel. The crease of the hip has to go just below the top of the knee. And so that's easy to see in a wrestling singlet. So same sort of thing with stuff like the press. We can see the hips break and throw. You're not allowed to do that. We don't push press. This is a strict overhead press. And kind of the same stuff on the deadlift. So it just it provides some additional professionalism into the meet. And so wrestling singlets are cheap and easy. You can find them on Amazon. There's nothing special. You don't have to buy a powerlifting singlet or a weightlifting singlet. Those are fine too. Just a basic wrestling singlet for $15 on Amazon will work just fine. You're welcome to use belts. You can use wrist straps as well for the press. And you can use knee sleeves for the squat, but no knee wraps. One of the things I love about this meet that kind of drives me nuts about powerlifting is that there will be no judges' commands. All of the judges that are going to be judging this meet are lifters themselves, competitive for years and years, and so they know what a proper squat looks like. So in powerlifting, again, there might be a bunch of judging commands. So in powerlifting, you would take the weight out, you would walk back. When you look like you're ready to squat, the head judge would say squat. You would squat down, you would come up, you'd have to stop. The judge would say rack it, and then you would rack the weight. And it just introduces human error into the meet. And so here you would we're going to tell you what the rules for the squat are. You're going to take the bar out, you're going to walk it back, you're going to squat, you're going to stand up, you're going to be under control, and you're going to rack it back. And the 3 judges won't say anything, and we'll be able to just look at that and decide, was that a good squat or not? Did you or did you not follow the rules? And same would apply for the press and for the deadlift. And so we'll have links with this video, also at StartingStrength.com, that give all of the rules. You can check those things out. And of course, you can email us at any time, info@stronggym.co. info@stronggym.co, any questions that you have about the meet. So otherwise, we're looking forward to seeing you guys there. If you're not going to lift, you're still welcome to come check out the meet that day. It'll be a cheap $5 entry fee, and you can come check out your fellow lifters, throw around a whole bunch of weight. So hope to see you here in a couple Saturdays on October 24th at Strong Gym. Thanks.